Is being a surgeon stressful? And if so, what does a surgeon do to minimize those stress levels? Well, in this video, that's what I'm going to talk about. So many people ask me, is it stressful to work as a surgeon? And I say, well, stress is all around us. Living in modern life is stressful, and a lot of jobs can be stressful too. Being a doctor, as a surgeon, myself, yes, the stress levels can be quite high. And so I have my own ways and strategies to minimize my own stress levels. Not only that, but I also make sure that I improve not only my mental health, but also my physical health. So one of the things I do to reduce my stress levels is exercise. The recommendation from the World Health Organization is 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week. You can divvy that up to 30 minutes a day, 5 days over the week. So, taking all what we do into consideration, that's not very much exercise or movement. And moderate exercise is doing an activity that gets you a little bit sweaty, a little bit out of breath, but you're still able to talk. I try to exercise a minimum of 3 to 4 times a week, and it's a mixture of cardio as well as strength and resistance training. Strength training is something that we don't do enough of, and there's a lot of evidence to suggest that strength training is as important, if not more so, in order to help us live longer and benefit from having good quality of life. The thing is, as we get older, our muscle mass reduces quite dramatically. And so if we don't build our muscle mass, then as we age and the muscle mass declines, we are going to get into trouble. So strength training and increasing your muscle mass is so important. I've actually made a video about that, and I'll leave the link down in the description. What I'm doing at the moment is I am swimming quite a bit, and that's obviously a mixture of cardio as well as resistance training. And I'm trying to improve my front crawl technique. I'm usually a breaststroke swimmer, and my front crawl is not very good. So I'm trying to improve that technique. And I'm swimming consistently about 3 times a week. And consistency is key with any form of exercise. It has a compound effect, and you can really feel the benefit of good consistency. The other thing though about exercise is when people hear that, you have to do exercise, it becomes quite intimidating, especially if you don't exercise at all. For me, I know that exercise improves not only my physical health, but also my mental health. And definitely, if I don't exercise, I miss it, and I actually crave it if I don't do it. So for me, exercise and just trying to stay active definitely helps with my mental health and reduces my stress levels, of course. There was an ice cream van I passed, and I was really tempted to get an ice cream. But as I said, the sun isn't shining too brightly today, and I might give it a miss. But quite tempted to get one. Today I'm not actually feeling up to doing a lot of exercise, but I want to keep moving and keep my activity level up. And so I'm just got out and walking around the park just to get some fresh air and get outdoors. And that is good enough for me. So don't beat yourself too much about not exercising or going to the gym. Just getting moving, that's the best thing. Okay, so that was a nice walk. Another thing I do to help reduce my stress levels is meditation or meditating. And I have been doing this actually for nearly 10 years. I do it most days. I don't always achieve that. I'm not always able to meditate every day, but I really try my best to do so. What I find with meditating is it really helps me quiet down my mind. Now, being a doctor, being a surgeon, there are so many stresses and niggling thoughts and worries that I take on board. And if I let all of these thoughts and worries consume me, it would really raise my stress levels to a totally different level. And I need to be able to manage my stress levels, and meditation helps me so much. So as I said, I do it most days. You can meditate for however long you want to. I tend to meditate about 10 minutes a day. I have done longer and even shorter. If I am unable to actually sit down and meditate, then what I do on my drive to work, I just switch the radio off. I don't listen to anything at all, and I just drive in silence. And that is, again, a form of meditation. It allows me to accept the worries and the fears that I have in my mind, and it has taught me to sit in them, accept the uncomfortableness of those feelings, but at the same time not allowing them to completely take over my mind. An absolute game changer for me, and for those who haven't tried it, I would highly, highly recommend to try meditation. It's really helpful. So another thing that I do that reduces my stress is journaling. And there are so many different kinds of journaling out there. You can do gratitude journaling, tracking your progress journaling, reflective journaling, bullet journaling. The honest truth is, it doesn't really matter what kind of journaling you do, as long as it serves your purpose. For me, I journal to write down my thoughts that have occurred throughout the day, my stresses, my worries, and just by seeing them written down on paper, it really clarifies my thoughts. I've used a 5-minute journal, I've used just a normal notepad, and manually put entries, daily entries, whatever I wanted to write down on that day. I've also used the Day One Journal app, which is fantastic. So if you want to journal digitally, definitely look at that. But yeah, journaling has helped clarify my thoughts, and sometimes when things are written down, your stresses don't look too bad. If you haven't tried journaling, check it out. You don't have to, be too grandiose about it. In other words, just 2 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, just jotting down your thoughts. Sometimes that is all that it takes. I hope this has been a helpful video, and just for me to illustrate what I do to help me reduce my own stress levels as a doctor. Leave any comments in the comment section and let me know what your thoughts are about this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.